Hey everybody, Gina DeLuca here. Today we have Aqua Green Artist Loft, Phthalo Blue Artist Loft, and Old Gold in Artist Loft. This piece, I'm going to do a ring pour, and so no silicone. The paints are mixed, 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and my 10% Floetrol to 90% water mixture to consistency, which is of about warm honey-ish. And the blue just needs a dash here. It's thickened up just a little bit. You want to make sure that all of your paints are the same consistency, or some will run faster than others. And that makes squiggly lines in your paintings. Alrighty. What color do I want to be in the center? Whatever color you put in first is going to be the color that comes out last, i.e. the center of your painting. When doing a ring pour, it is best to layer gently if you want a nice line, the separation of color. And I've put this in a paper cup so I can squeeze it and make a spout. Okay. I'm going to use Aqua as my background. Again, there's no silicone in any of this. When you are doing a ring pour, or any pour in general, when you have a composition in mind, a controlled pour, so to speak, you want to lay down a base coat, because what happens is the paint that hits your canvas first, if it's dry, that bottom layer of your pour will stick to the canvas, and then the colors that are on top will roll over that bottom layer, thereby messing up your composition. So it is a great idea to give your pour something to float around on. Now, I'm not going for cells. However, I am using Floetrol. I will be purchasing a vat of the Deco Art pouring medium, specifically for ring pours, because that stuff is the bomb for ring pours. I've tried many pouring mediums, and that is my absolute favorite for a ring pour because my lines that ran down the side, the rings, were perfect. They held their shape, they didn't get muddy. When I use Floetrol, I get cells whether I want them or not. It's just how it is. Okay, and any spots that aren't fully covered for some reason, sometimes the very corners tend to resist a bit. I can come back when it's dry and just paint it straight with a brush, fix it up. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, let's stretch this baby out. As always, you want to bring your paint back to center before changing directions. That is how you keep your composition. Okay, so then I look at this and I say, what, to make this more interesting? So this is just a lot of gold over here without much going on. So I will tilt that off. And accentuate that blue. And that will give this piece more balance. I'm not a huge fan of your focal point being dead center. I like for it to be a little off center, which is the premise behind the rule of thirds, sort of. All right, I like that. I'll wash up, bring you in for a close-up. Here it is. It's hard to see in that blue, but the gold is somewhat dispersed throughout it, but only from certain angles, so that will look very cool once it's dry and varnished. I love metallics. And I kept my mixture relatively thick, so not too many cells. I'm not going to torch it because I don't want to tempt fate. Anywho, there it is. Thank you for watching. Please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I hope you learned something, or at least enjoyed. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day, and go make some art.